Welcome to Thoughts Roundup. Nice to be back with you today. I want to talk to you today about a most intriguing story. Now, a lot of you that hear me are familiar with Brother Tommy Kraft. And of course, he has been a pastor in Jackson for many, many years. And he's one of the finest men I know. He's one of the sharpest men I know. And he reads what I call highbrow stuff. And he reads papers and history and so forth that a lot of people might not take the time to read. And he can speak to you just about on any subject. Now, a lot of the times when I write a Western, for the main character, I put make someone the main character that a lot of people know and love. And I have done that with Brother Kraft. Well, I'll tell you what the story is. In the 1800s, his grandfather, well, I'm getting a little ahead of my story. Way out in West Texas, there was some folks going by, and they heard a baby cry. Well, they really felt like maybe it was an Indian making a sound of a baby crying to bait people to come in to check on it, and so to entrap them. But after a while, they realized that it was not an imposter. They realized that there was really a baby laying in five ash trees, crying. And they went in and they got the baby. They retrieved the baby. But they didn't know who the baby belonged to, and they did some advertising the best they could, and no one claimed the baby for 2 years. And so, after 2 years, they just called it the baby, last name Five Ash, because it was found in five ash trees. Well, that baby wound up to be Brother Tommy Kraft's great grandfather. It's either great-grandfather or great-great. I believe it's great-great. And so I call the main character in this book right here the return of Thomas Five Ash. And I'm going to tell you, he's smart and tough. I believe he's a character. I don't mean I can write that good, but I believe he's a character that Louis L'Amour would be proud of. And so I'm going to read you the foreword of this book. I like Thomas Five Ash. He has become my friend. Don't you just love people you can trust? Honest men are valuable because you can turn your back on them. Thomas is a plowboy that had the ability to see the world from every direction. And though he rides a hybrid stallion from the famous horse Blue Lightning at the Desert Bloom Ranch, and of course that Blue Lightning and the Desert Bloom Ranch is also a creation of mine that I have mentioned in several of my books. He was in the book that I had written, Until the Desert Blooms. You know, Brother Nate Wilson thinks he's tough. He really does. He thinks he's tough. But you know, he read Until the Desert Blooms, and at the end, he cried. And I've always been proud of that fact, that I've had written a book that caused the big tough Nate to cry. Okay, it says, yet he has not lost the appreciation for the mule that kept his back band and belly band tied all day in the Louisiana fields. That's where Brother Kraft was raised. You should be around a campfire and hear him talk about Old Tobe and Queen. That was the two old mules that they had. 5-ish says, don't walk through a door just because it is open. Check and see if you belong in there before you enter. Well, I added that into the book because Pastor Kraft had made that statement, and I was impressed by it. Thomas could talk to you firsthand about the Battle of Murfreesboro, or the folks at Fredericksburg who struggled to live but could not make it, or those who won the struggle. But if you get a chance to sit on a pile of feed sacks at the store with him, he will probably talk about the importance of walking in the deep woods and not becoming confused about your directions. He might tell you the way to spell huckleberry pie, H-U-C-K huck, B-U-C-K buck. Why huckleberry pie? He can talk about the foreign governments and recite the playbook of generals. But he has not forgotten the name of the men who gave them credit at the store. I like Thomas 5-ish. God bless you.